Hey everyone, my name is Wedge, and today we're going to look at the multicolored cards in Conspiracy that have been released thus far. As more get spoiled, we'll bring them to you in future videos. Also, before anyone asks, we're making a video dedicated to Dak Faden, so if you're wondering why he isn't here, that's why. Let's get started. We begin with Brago, King Eternal. 2 colorless, 1 white, and 1 blue. Azorius hype! 4/4 legendary creature spirit with flying. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, exile any number of target non-land permanents you control, then return them to the battlefield under their owner's control. I love flicker effects. I think there are a lot of fun ways to use the mechanic, and I'm glad they have it in Conspiracy. Since the set's relatively small, and this guy clearly has one job, you can expect a lot of enter the battlefield effects in Conspiracy. Nothing wrong with that. From where I'm sitting, everything is blue and white. Extract from Darkness, besides being absolutely disgusting, is 3 colorless, 1 blue, and 1 black for a sorcery. Each player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Then put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. What a clever card. You get all 3 to 4 players to mill 2, then reanimate anything you want. Even if there was nothing in the yard when you cast this, you have 8 cards there now. This isn't the bomb that some of the other cards are, but it is certainly playable, especially in a format that's naturally going to be slower. I also expect creatures to be dying a lot. Like, a lot. Extract is cool. All those months ago, we were introduced to our first Conspiracy card without anyone really knowing what it meant. Magister of Worth is 4 colorless, 1 white, and 1 black for a 4/4 flying angel that comes with a new mechanic. Will of the Council is exactly what it sounds like. The players of the game are given 2 options. Each person votes for one option or the other. The option with the most votes happens. It would be like if you brought democracy to Commander. How weird would that be? Anyways, when Magister of Worth enters the battlefield starting with you, each player votes for Grace or Condemnation. If Grace gets more votes, each player returns each creature card from his or her graveyard to the battlefield. If Condemnation gets more votes or the votes tied, destroy all creatures other than the Magister. Wow, that is a strong ability. Everything dies or comes back. On the bright side, no matter what the vote ends up being, the Magister is safe as a 4/4 flyer. This is a bomb. I don't need the rest of the set to tell you that. Draft this card, definitely. Orzhov represent. Because Grixis is my favorite color combination that doesn't include white Marchesa, the Black Rose has me swooning. 1 colorless, 1 blue, 1 black, and 1 red for a 3/3 legendary creature human wizard with Dethrone. Dethrone is a new mechanic. Whenever this creature attacks the player with the most life, or tied for the most life, put a 1/1 counter on it. This is a hysterical mechanic. You thought you already had to be diplomatic in multiplayer games? Having the highest life total seems like a poor strategy with Dethrone running around. This is going to be chaos. Moving on to the rest of the card, other creatures you control have Dethrone. Whew, sorry about that. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. Okay. You better pray there are efficient board sweepers in this format. Marchesa is disgusting. Sure, she's 3 different colors of mana, but I'll force Grixis in a second to make an entire deck around Dethrone and her recursion. Even in a crazy format like this, you can never underestimate the power of recursion. The last multicolored card we're looking at today is another legendary creature. Selvala Explorer returned as 1 colorless, 1 green, and 1 white for a 2/4 legendary elf scout with a new mechanic called Parlay. You can tap Selvala and have each player reveal the top card of their library. For each non-land card revealed this way, add 1 green to your mana pool and gain 1 life. Then each player draws a card. Okay. So you get to see everyone's top deck, you get free mana, you get free life, granted the amount varies, but it's still free, then everyone draws, including you, for 3 mana. How can this not be awesome? If you get Selvala out early enough, you can ram so fast into your gigantic spells. Adding 1 mana for each non-land card is crazy. Most of the time this will end up being a better Llanowar Elves with way more upside and durability. Easily one of the bombs of the format. Going crazy, guys. There's so many playables. Conspiracy spoilers are looking crazy so far. We have a lot more to say about them, so be ready. This is basically the draft set I've been waiting for. Just think about it. Commander players, kitchen table players, and drafters sitting together, enjoying life while killing each other. Is that not the dream? Remember to subscribe below for the latest and most reliable Magic the Gathering information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus, I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.